Good afternoon, everyone. Kano had a long day at work and isn't really in the mood to be playing Constructed. So we're going to play some Live the Dream Cube, and I see two of my favorite spells here. I see Narset, Enlightened Master, and Unexpected Result. So I'm going to take Unexpected Results, and we're going to try and cast some big spells with it. Is there a blue-green archetype for this? There's a lands deck. It's green-blue lands. Interesting. Alright. Well, I'm going to take Unexpected Results because I love this card. But yeah, I had a really long day at work today, and I looked at all of my constructed decks, and I was like, literally none of these look like fun right now. So we're just going to chill out, play some Magic, see what happens. So if I wanted to go into the actual lands deck, I would take Magus of the Future here, because it involves playing a whole bunch of lands from the top of your deck. If I wanted to do something big to maybe cast off of Unexpected Results, I could take Star of Extinction. That would be hilarious. I'm going to take Magus. But yeah, I ended up sleeping through my regular recording time, and so I'm having to record this after work. Yeah. And so I'm not in a super magic kind of day. Super magic, man, I can't even verbalize what I'm talking about right now. I'm not in a super magic mood part of my day. Normally that's right after I wake up, slam some caffeine, either make my own coffee or take some Bang energy drink or something. I have no idea what I'm drafting, and I really am taking exception to the Moto Shuffler thinking that I want to draft Tybalt's Trickery. Kiora untaps permanents. Lithoform Engine is kind of fun. We can just do whatever with Lithoform Engine. There's also Cavalier of Gales, which is a brainstorm on a body that just doesn't die. There's a Commit to Memory. That kind of seems like fun. Like a heavy counterspell and a draw 7. I'm gonna go with that. So the blue-red archetype in this format is big spells rather than prowess or anything silly like that. And I love Temporal Mastery, so I really want to take Temporal Mastery here. I'm passing up on a lot of good cards or cards that would probably be better in the deck that I want to play, but I do like Dryad. It makes our mana perfect. It synergizes with Magus, letting us play lands off the top and such. So I think I want to take Dryad. Yeah, no, literally, I looked at Constructed, and I'm I just want the ban announcement to go through for Uro so badly. Just release the ban announcement, you cowards, and, deal with the fallout, and let me play a decent modern format. And as soon as it drops, whatever that theoretically is, I'll probably be reinvigorated and ready to brew and play crazy stuff, but it's not yet. It's not yet. I am sad that Limited tends to not bring in as many views on my channel, and I know that's partially due to the fact that I'm not super good at Limited. That's not what people watch me for. But I really enjoy playing it. So I'm gonna do it every now and again, even though it's not technically in my best interest to do so. I was really debating about doing some non-magic content of just some silly stuff maybe once a week. And this was a day where I was maybe I should just record something that isn't magic. But I feel without preemptively announcing that, not a lot of people would be behind me doing that. Because there's a Woodland Cemetery, which is fixing, but not in our colors. There's a Cavalier of Thorns. Put a land card from among the graveyard cards you mill. Alright, yeah, I'll take a Cavalier of Thorns. Yeah. I don't know if I'm actually going to play this Cavalier. Precursor Golem's got some fun, well, I guess opportunities to do stuff with. I think I'm going to take Glacial Fortress and just maybe open up another color. Because there's not really that many blue or green cards left, it's looking like. The Mirari Conjecture. Return target instant card from your graveyard to your hand, then sorcery, and then you can clone your spells. I can take that, because off of, Unexpected Results, that would be kind of a fun synergy. Gruul Signet could be fun, good ramp in this deck, but it also doesn't really synergize with all the land plays and stuff. It's probably worth taking anyway, because Signets are powerful. Alright. None of these are really cards for us, I think. I guess on Burial Rites maybe has the most utility, so I'll take that. Yeah, I missed a whole day of recording, so I'm actually behind right now, which is stressful for me. I know it shouldn't stress me at all, and I should, if I need a break, just like take a day, take a break. But I actually think that would make me feel worse than the stress of just being behind. So for my own sake, I want to take Magister of Worth. It's kind of a board wipe on a creature. Agadeem's Awakening is technically a land. Atarka can be a threat. But like, yeah, I went from being like several days ahead of recording and then like taking a full day of like a break, which ended up being on my stream day. So it wasn't really a break, and then I ended up getting behind. And I know the way that I'm describing this is like, well, that doesn't math, Kano? And it's like, yeah, well, my brain is tired. So if I could just cast Unexpected Results once this game and hit something interesting with it, that's the goal here. Selective Adaptation. Alright. Top 7 cards in your library, choose from among them a card with flying, a card with first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, lifelink. Alright, cool. So Maelstrom Wanderer. This is a fun card to Unexpected Results into, because it has 2 Cascades, which will hit anything CMC 7 or less. I think I'm going to take Maelstrom Wanderer. And if we can Unexpected Results into Maelstrom Wanderer, I think we'll consider this deck a success. So I'm kind of playing like Teamer, and it's more Simic, just like tiny splash of red here, but we can make that work. I should probably start drafting stuff to do before turn like 3. Chain Lightning or Bone Crusher Giant is something to do before turn 3. Chain Lightning being a decent removal spell, same with Bone Crusher, but Bone Crusher has the added utility of kind of being card advantage. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, and then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. That seems good. I'm going to take Bone Crusher, just to help fill the low curve, because we might need some stuff to do early. I don't actually think I'm playing Selective Adaptation. Supplant Form is fun, because we could, like, duplicate Maelstrom Wanderer and pick up Maelstrom Wanderer. Parallel Lives is also kind of in the same, like, sort of shenanigans. Chandra Heart of Fire. Well, I think I take Supplant Form here. We don't make a lot of tokens in any way. It's expensive, but it's, in theory, very powerful. Doubling Season is kind of fun. We don't have anything that synergizes with Doubling Season specifically. Like, we didn't get any Planeswalkers or anything. There's a fetch land, which we can use with Lotus Cobra. Kinnan would be good, but we only have 1 Signet. Solemn is just decent ramp all the way around. I think I take the green fetch land here. Alright, Rootbound Crag is free fixing for us. Mindstone is good, but we'll take Rootbound Crag. Alright, we have In Search of Greatness. There's a Tundra. We have no reason to splash white, although Windswept Teeth would allow Tundra would allow us to fetch blue that way. Orin Frostfang. Attacking creatures you control have death touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That seems good. It's probably not better than Tundra, but not for us anyway. So we'll take Tundra. Savannah is nice. And this actually kind of means we can splash white if we want to now. What am I giving up to take Savannah here? I guess Joda? No, we'll take Savannah. So now Windswept Teeth can get white, green, and blue, which is 2 of the colors we're actually playing. Let's see. Vorinclex has a wall of text on him. Vizier of the Menagerie. You may cast creature cards from the top of your library. Nikia of the Old Ways. You can't cast non-creature spells. Probably not that one. Yeah, we're going to take Vizier of the Menagerie. Apex Devastator. How did I miss this card? 10 mana, Cascade, 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 Cascade. Well, we have Unexpected Results, and now we have something to cast with Unexpected Results. Angel of Serenity is a card that was actually played in the Unexpected Results deck, so I'm going to take it. Elspeth is playable with like this amount of white fixing. We actually got Doubling Season. I think we either take Kinnan or Mirari's Wake here to actually be able to cast some of our spells. I'm going to take Mirari's Wake. Rada, Heir of Keld, helps us play lands. Sure. This is going to be a really jank deck. I really just want to, like, play a turn 3 Unexpected Results. I mean, I guess in search of greatness, we have a curve most of the way up. Puppeteer click in the sideboard. What do I have in my sideboard again? Glacial Fortress, which I would probably be playing now. Council's Judgment is excellent removal. Hostage Taker is as well. Polluted Delta can get white mana. That doesn't do anything for us. Rite of Replication is hilarious, but I think we just take Wormcoil. Like, we could play Wormcoil regardless, and we're supposed to kind of be ramping. Genesis Ultimatum. We're teamer, so Genesis Ultimatum seems like the kind of card I want to be casting. I mean, I know there's white cards in my deck right now, but just ignore those. We're teamer. I'd really like to get like a Bring to Light if I could. Okay, we got Savai Triome, which is a mountain, swamp, and plains. Only one of those colors is relevant to us. Palladium Mirror is excellent ramp, but it's colorless. I think we take Nissa. Sakashima's Protege is kind of fun, and also another Cascade card. But I think we want the additional land plays Nissa can give us, as well as like the top deck manipulation. Okay, I like Breeding Pool. I also like Steam Vents. Wow, that's an Anguished Unmaking. Maelstrom Archangel could allow us to cast our massive spells, but do we need Steam Vents or Breeding Pool more? I think we need Breeding Pool more, because Windswept Heath can fetch Breeding Pool. Alright. I will take Waterlogged Grove. Escape to the Wilds is good in this deck. What does the Inscription do? Return up to 2 creatures, scry 2 and draw. Okay. Let's see, we either take the land or we take the Escape. I kind of like the Escape because it's sort of a ramp spell, kind of, but I think we need the fixing more than that. Well, if we're playing Unexpected Results, I think we can play Warp World. That's a card that I actually played in Modern Unexpected Results a while ago. So for those of you that don't know, Warp World is everybody shuffles in all the permanents they own or they control, reveals that many cards from the top of their library, and puts an all artifact, creature, and land cards revealed this way onto the battlefield. Then does the same for enchantment cards, and then puts everything else on the bottom of their deck. Love that card. I'll take Treasure Map. Treasure Map is a great ramp spell for a deck like this, where we're kind of just dirtling early. It also can make a bunch of permanents if I happen to cast something like, I don't know, Warp World. Empowered Auto Generator seems like a great ramp card. Like, it'll get us there pretty much no matter what. Combustible Gearhulk is another card that was worth consideration, because if you cast Combustible Gearhulk in a deck like this with Commit to Memory, you could just, like, dome somebody for 10. I really want to, like, Unexpected Results into Apex Devastator, Cascade into Maelstrom Wanderer, then Cascade into, like, all of our threats. I want to live the dream. That's the whole point of this cube, right? Is live the dream. So let's do it. I don't really think I took enough ramp cards. I mean, we have some. I guess, what does this do? Gain control of enchanted permanent until end of turn. Untap that permanent. It gains haste until end of turn. Or at the beginning of your upkeep. Okay. I think I'm going to take Thassa's Intervention. It's kind of early interaction. Kind of. Let's see. Sweet Gum Recluse, Flash, Cascade, enters battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each of any number of creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Well, it's another card with Cascade, which is hilarious. I think I'm going to take Seize the Spoils, as it's a pseudo-ramp card that can help us dig. I say pseudo-ramp because it makes a treasure. Alright, yeah, Sakashima's Protege, sure. I think the only ultimatum that would have been better than our Genesis ultimatum here would be the really, really silly Sultai ultimatum. Endray's Forerunners. I'll take it, but I don't actually think I'm running it because we don't go wide enough at the bottom of our curve. Marshall's Anthem. Probably Justice Strike as removal. Wildfire Devils. Enters the battlefield in the beginning of your upkeep. Choose a play at random. Exile instant sorcery card. Yeah, okay. And that to the sideboard. Alright, what the hell am I doing? So group creatures separately. I need to cut like 7 cards. Probably Supplant Form. The Mirari Conjecture, In Search of Greatness, Elspeth, Thassa's Intervention, and Wildfire Devils. Alright, we've built a deck. Asterisk. Add basic lands. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. Combine groups. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. Yeah, that's plenty to splash this triple white card at the top right, as well as Justice Strike and Mirari's Wake. Perfect. I probably should be playing 17 lands, just, I don't know, given the fact that I have a 10 drop and 2 8 drops in this deck. In that case, I need to cut something from, like, the middle of this deck. And it's probably Vizier of the Menagerie. I'm gonna add a forest. We're gonna run 17 lands. Alright. Let's see what happens. I just want to cast something huge off of Unexpected Results. One time. That is the goal of this league. It is not to win. It is to do that. Yeah, after I get this recorded, I think I'm just gonna take, like, the rest of my night off. Just chill out super hard. Catch back up on getting ahead on recordings. Well, tomorrow I gotta run some errands, go lift, catch back up on recordings later in the day, and then Sunday, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this is great because we have Unexpected Results and the mana to cast it. This is terrible because we are holding our best possible Unexpected Results hit. Start Forest, pass the turn. Opponent untaps, plays a swamp. We untap, draw an island, play Lotus Cobra. Well, the good news is we don't need Lotus Cobra to cast Unexpected Results. Opponent plays Azorius Chancery, picking up swamp. They have to discard due to hand size. They discard Gravebreaker Lamia, play Savannah, Lotus Cobra, add blue. Unexpected Results, cast Seize the Spoils. Discarding Forest, get a treasure, hit my opponent for 2. So it was a terrible Unexpected Results hit. Opponent plays a swamp. I mean, next turn we could play Wormcoil Engine. That would be cool, right? Play a swamp, add green mana, play Wormcoil, hit our opponent for 2. Opponent goes down to 16. They discard Ashen Rider to hand size. That tells me they may have a reanimation spell. Anguished Unmaking, hitting Wormcoil. How rude. Hit my opponent for 2, take them to 11. Play Breeding Pool tapped, add green mana, pass the turn. We need to draw a Plains so we can cast Angel of Serenity. The problem is if my opponent has a reanimation spell, we're probably in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to combat. Hit my opponent for 2. We might hardcast this Apex Devastator, which would probably win the game, I have to imagine. Okay, Living Death. So my opponent exiles a white source. They now have a 4/4 with lifelink that they get to Entomb Angel of Despair. We untap, draw Magus of the Future. Play Magus of the Future. Play a forest. Pass the turn. Opponent plays the Eldest Reborn, forcing us to sack, hitting us for 9. We untap and draw Tundra, so play Tundra, pass the turn. So I think our best draw is like top deck Maelstrom Wanderer, hit Temporal Mastery. We have to discard a card. I'm gonna discard Island. Opponent plays a Swamp into a Maze Mind Tome. Hits us for 9, we go to 2, untap. We draw Bone Crusher Giant, and we're gonna scoop. Well, we kept an Unexpected Results hand and just didn't get lucky off of Unexpected Results. So versus Reanimator, I feel like I actually do want this Thassa's Intervention. I'm just going to hit it off of Unexpected Results if I ever cast it. I'm just gonna run it back. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy here. I'd love to play first though. It's a little slow to get going, but it's ramp and it's all of our colors, so we'll start Breeding Pool tapped, pass the turn. Opponent starts Swamp. We draw Savannah, play Savannah, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains, Maze Mind Tome. We draw Mirari's Wake, play a Mountain, play Dryad, play an Island, pass the turn. Next turn we can play Mirari's Wake, or we could play Rada and start trying to get cards off the top of our deck. Opponent draws up to 8 cards, plays an Orzhov Basilica, then has to discard to hand size. They discard Angel of Despair. We draw Dragonlord Atarka. I think I'm going to go with Rada because my opponent has a Vindicate in the grave. Wormcoil Engine on top. Play Forest. Go to combat, hit our opponent for 2. Opponent plays a Swamp. 3 mana, Rotting Reggie. We untap. We draw Wormcoil, Apex Devastator on top of our deck. Alright, time to play something that looks really scary, and is. Mirari's Wake. Pass the turn. So, if my opponent does not have a reanimation spell this turn, we're casting an Apex Devastator next turn. And that would probably win the game, I have to imagine. Oh gosh. Shieldred and Angel of Despair. Okay, they kill Mirari's Wake, because you definitely do that if you're in that position. They hit us for 7. No blocks. We untap. Temporal Mastery on top of our deck, and we have no way to set up for Temporal Mastery. So, pass the turn. Opponent has to discard a card. The problem is they're reanimating Shieldred this turn, because once again, why wouldn't they? We'll take 12, go to 1. And if they reanimate Shieldred, oh gosh, Ever After. Opponent's deck is great. I don't know what I was planning on doing, but it's nowhere near as good as this. So we have to sacrifice Dryad of the Elysian Grove here. We Miracle Temporal Mastery. Oh gosh. Yeah, we're done. We're done because the top of our deck isn't a land. Well, 1 unexpected results cast, 0 cool hits off of it. I'll see you guys in round 2. Alright. Round 2, here we go. I would like to play first. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan. Mulligan. And I will keep this hand. I'm gonna put back Temporal Mastery and Forest. Start by playing Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Opponent starts by playing Sunpetal Grove. We draw Waterlogged Grove. Play an island. Pass. Opponent ransacks the lab, dumping Shriekmaw and Forest. So fetch with Windswept Heath, get a Savannah, untap. We draw Lotus Cobra. So play a mountain, play Nissa, and I think we just 0 trying to hit a land. Alright. Unexpected results. Well, we're getting to cast an unexpected results again this game, so I'm happy with that. Opponent plays a swamp. Passes. We untap. We draw unexpected results. 0 Nissa. Play Waterlogged Grove. Green, blue, whatever. Use unexpected results ability. We hit a land. Pass the turn. So unexpected results does have this trinket text of if you hit a land off of it, you put it onto the battlefield and pick it up, so you can cast it again. Opponent plays a forest into a Rankle, Master of Pranks. They attack us. They don't attack Nissa. I think if they force us to discard, we discard Lotus Cobra. Yep. Discard Lotus Cobra. Opponent discards a swamp. We untap. We draw Treasure Map. 0 Nissa. I mean, we're bound to hit a land sooner or later, right? Unexpected results. Hitting Tundra. Play Treasure Map. Pass the turn. That's 3 unexpected results cast. 0 cool things hit. I guess in a roundabout way you could say the results were expected. Opponent hits us with Rankle. If they force us to discard, of course we're discarding Empowered Auto Generator. Hopefully they don't have a way to make us discard unexpected results. That would just be sad. Liliana, Waker of the Dead. No! You can't make me give up on my cool game plan. That's rude. Alright. Well, we untap. We draw Apex Devastator, so now we have a plan. It's a bad plan, but it's a plan. Put Glacial Fortress on top. 0. Put it onto the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do it. Except my opponent is going to make me discard, so I have to sack Waterlogged Grove if I want to keep Apex Devastator in my hand. Oh, actually, no, because then they could just make me discard it with Liliana. Yep. Opponent attacks us for 3. We're going to go down to 8. Yep, we discard Apex Devastator. Opponent discards Collective Brutality. Opponent plays Mirari's Wake. They make us lose 3 life, so we're dead next turn. Take a look with Treasure Map. Seize the spoils to the bottom. We draw a Warp World, which would be hilarious if we could cast it. Go Scrying. Bottom. Sack Waterlogged Grove. And concede. Man! I'm trying unexpected results here. It's one of my favorite cards, and it just needs to work once. Run it back. Alright, I'd like to play first. Yeah, that's a mulligan. I mean, in theory, we'll get there, but Once again, we're holding all the cards we want unexpected results into. Start Rootbound Crag. Pass the turn. We want to make sure we have green mana on turn 2 in case we draw Lotus Cobra. We don't have any 1-drops, so playing a tap land on turn 1 is fine. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. Pray and we draw an island. Opponent plays a swamp. We draw Seize the Spoils, which is a good backup plan. Opponent plays a swamp into a Nyx Weaver. We untap. Draw an Empowered Auto Generator. Pass the turn. Oh, if we could just draw one land, we could Seize the Spoils. And then everything would be hunky-dory. Opponent plays a Plains, hits us for 2. We go down to 18. Opponent plays an Ophiomancer. Okay, they get a snake. Land! Land! Yes. No! It's a tap land! The worst kind! Pass the turn. Opponent untaps, they mill 2, milling Utter End and a Swamp. They play Mirari's Wake, which means they have a ton of mana and a ton of damage. So we're basically on a top deck untapped land, unexpected results all in, and we can't even do that. Are we dead next turn? We're taking 8. Alright, Seize the Spoils, discarding Sakashima's Protege, play a mountain, pass the turn. Unfortunately, Genesis Ultimatum was one of our best hits off of unexpected results. Opponent attacks us for 8. We go to 2. Opponent plays Shieldred. I think we have to unexpected results into Warp World. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that even remotely keeps us alive. And we had an island. What is it, like 5 unexpected results? Literally no spells cast of any consequence. We have a number of good spells to hit, too. I need it to happen once. That's the whole goal of this league. That's the only thing we have to do. It's what we set out to do. It's gotta happen. Just once and it will all be worth it. Alright, round 3. Here we go. Alright, we're on the play. Not a great hand. We're gonna mulligan. Alright. Well, we've got ramp, and we've got Nissa to hopefully, I don't know, do something. Play Savannah, pass the turn. Opponent starts Mountain, Faithless Looting. Dropping Double Vision Island. We untap. Draw Sakashima's Protege. Play a Rootbound Crag, pass the turn. Opponent plays an island into a Search for Azcanta. We draw Lotus Cobra. Play Glacial Fortress. Play Nissa. Uptick Nissa and Scry. Maelstrom Wanderer and Island. I'm going to put both of these cards back, basically so I can just zero Nissa and get a land. Hopefully my opponent does not Lightning Bolt Nissa. That would be very disheartening. Opponent dumps a Champion of Wits, probably looking for a land in that situation. They find a land. They play a Sin Prodder. Alright. We untap. We draw Maelstrom Wanderer. So play a Lotus Cobra. Zero Nissa. Put an island onto the battlefield. Add green. Play a Tundra. Add green. Then play an Empowered Auto Generator. Pass the turn. So opponent gets to scry with Search for Azcanta. They dump an island. Looter Eel Core. I will take 2 damage. So Sin Prodder has Menace and will most likely kill Nissa. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn, meaning we can play Sakashima's Imposter. Okay, opponent kills Nissa, that's fine. We untap. We draw Waterlog Grove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, Maelstrom Wanderer time. This is what we came here for. Add green. Green, red, blue, 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 red. Maelstrom Wanderer. Cascade number 1. Angel of Serenity. That's a pretty good cascade. Exile Sin Prodder, Champion of Wits, Looter Eel Core. Cascade number 2. Treasure Map. Alright. But it scoops. That felt pretty good. Just spinning the wheel. Alright, we'll be on the draw this time. We do have Rada, Heart of Keld, but we have no red mana. I think I am going to keep this just kind of off Nissa's strength, hopefully. Windswept Teeth probably is going to fetch Tundra. Opponent starts Faithless Looting. Dumping Sin Prodder and Sphinx Ambassador. Okay. We draw Bone Crusher Giant, so play Windswept Teeth, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays an island. Plays a Looter Eel Core. Fetch with Windswept Teeth, get Tundra. I'd like to draw a red mana here. That is not a red mana. Play a Forest, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a Mana Confluence. Plays a Legion War Boss. Alright. Hits us for 2. They get to loot. So I would still really like to draw red mana here. Okay, Groll Signet is red mana. Play a Forest. Play Groll Signet. And stomp the War Boss. Pass the turn. If we don't draw a land, we're playing Rada. If we do draw a land, we're probably playing Bone Crusher. Just depending on what my opponent plays here. 4 mana, opponent plays Wildfire Devils. Okay, I think they chose us, and we didn't have anything to exile. So they hit us for 2, they get to loot. They discard Supreme Will. We untap. We draw an island. Alright, play an island. I could play Nissa here, but I'm gonna cast Bone Crusher Giant. I think that's the best option. Okay. They copy an Inscription of Insight. They could bounce Bone Crusher, but that would give us another Stomp, which would kill Wildfire Devils if they did that. They're gonna scry 2 and draw 2. Okay. They play an island. Fact or fiction? You can have Island, Pyro, or 3 lands. They take Island, Pyro. They hit us for 1. They get to loot. Alright, we untap. We draw Glacial Fortress. Oops, that's tapping incorrectly. Play Rada. Heart of Keld. Play Glacial Fortress. Play Nissa, Steward of Elements. Scry with Nissa. Spoils. If I keep the mountain, we can play a Tarka next turn. So spoils to the top. Pass the turn. Opponent gets a fact or fiction. Alright. You can have these 3 or those 2. Opponent takes the pile of 2. Plays an island. So we know they're holding Seasoned Pyromancer, Siege Gang Commander, and Rite of Replication. Opponent plays a Pyromancer's Goggles, which is threatening. They do not attack with Looter Eel Core. I can put a treasure map onto the battlefield. That seems fine. Oh, it's a land or a creature card. Alright, in that case, we're just going to scry. Treasure map to the bottom, Magus of the Future to the bottom. Temporal Mastery seems like fun. Play a mountain. Cast a Tarka. Kill their board. Go to combat. Hit them for 7. The problem is my opponent, given the option, is just going to scoop to Temporal Mastery. So I kind of hope they have something huge they can cast here. They only have 9 cards left in their deck. When did that happen? Alright, so they play Rite of Replication on a Tarka. They could kill Rada. Okay, they don't kill Rada, they kill Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. They're casting something else. Electrolyze. Doing 1 damage to Nissa, 1 damage to Rada, and then I guess just like 2 more damage to Nissa, maybe? Huh, okay. Opponent plays a Triome. We untap. Miracle Temporal Mastery. Cast it. Go to combat. Attack for 8. Opponent trades. This is fine. 0 Nissa. Put planes onto the battlefield. Untap. We draw Rootbound Crag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 Nissa. Alright. Play Rootbound Crag. It's time. We're gonna win this the fair way. And by the fair way, I mean casting Warp World. I want to cast Apex Devastator, but watch me get completely dumpstered. Wow. Magic is struggling. No, I will not pay 2. Oh, shoot, I should have. That was a mistake. I should have, because I had Apex Devastator in hand, and I would have had 10 mana if I did. Then I could have cast Temporal Mastery. That would have been sweet. Alright, well, it was all worth it. We didn't unexpected results into anything, but we got to do some cool stuff in round 3. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, and remember you can follow me on Twitch, same username over there as you find me on here. I stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though the last few have been a little bit earlier than that. And we'll be back to constructed content tomorrow, promise. Or maybe a non-magic video if I'm really not feeling up to it. So, yeah. I'm gonna go relax a lot. See you guys. You're all wonderful human beings, and thanks for watching. Bye!